Assalamu alaikum everyone, I'm Hiba Rahim sending you this message from CAIR-Florida's 4th office that we opened less than a year ago in Northwest Florida. We serve 2 hours west from Pensacola to 2 hours east in Tallahassee and all the way in between to Panama City where the office is located. Now the reason we decided to open this office is because from Pensacola to Tallahassee and Panama City, we realized there was a huge vacuum. There isn't a single Muslim organization in the whole panhandle that's dedicated to the defense of civil liberties and civil rights, particularly focusing on the Muslim community, but also serving any minority or any victim of discrimination. But aside from that work, which is so incredibly important, and CAIR-Florida is strong moving forward in that direction, we also have a very heavy proactive outreach branch. And that's a lot of the work that we're doing here. I mean, let's face it, a lot of us are busy and we recognize the need for Islamic dawah, for Islamic activism, for outreach, for collaboration building. But how many of us are actually going out there and building those bridges and doing those things? We're talking about communities where elected officials hadn't been engaged, communities where interfaith collaboration hasn't been happening. And so alhamdulillah, in less than a year, we've reached out across 3 different cities to media outlets, police departments, elected officials, churches, and other interfaith groups. And we've brought people together. Alhamdulillah, that's been our primary purpose here. And I would say that in less than a year, we've been very successful at achieving those goals. And it's through your support and your contributions that allow for this to be possible. Thank you very much for your support, whether it's been financial, through prayers, through your time, all of it is important. But I need to remind you, before I end, of one of my favorite verses in the Quran, where in Ayah 135 of Surah An-Nisa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "O you who believe." Who is Allah talking to here? He's talking to you, He's talking to me, He's talking to all of us. O you who believe, stand out firmly for justice. This is a command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, commanding us to be at the forefront of social justice, at the forefront of the defense of civil liberties. And that is the CAIR-Florida mission. We ask for your support so that we can continue to work hard. All of us innately, we strive for justice. We want justice, we crave it, and we're offended when we see injustices not only against ourselves, but against others. Not only against Muslims, but against any victim of discrimination. And alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has empowered an amazing team like CAIR-Florida's team to be at the forefront of this defense. We strive to follow in the footsteps of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was the champion in social justice. He was the champion in the defense of civil liberties. He was a champion and leader in the fight against discrimination and for racial equality. And that's what our team is after. That's what our team hopes to accomplish and achieve. And we can only do it with your support. So please donate generously this Ramadan, and hopefully next year you'll have a different video from me where I can introduce a whole team of individuals who are working in the Northwest Florida office for CAIR-Florida and for you and for Islam. Jazakumullah khair. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you in your health and your wealth and your families for every penny that you contribute toward this great cause. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.